Which of the following statement is correct for ideal gases and real gases at constant temperature? So I have explained a similar type of question, I think, in the previous paper as well. So at very high pressure, the volume of the real gas is higher than the volume of an ideal gas. So high pressure means it is not the ideal situation. So typically, ideal situation, I will write down ideal situation. Okay. Ideal situation is low pressure, and high temperature. Okay, pressure is low. Low pressure, high temperature. So this is the normal ideal situation, right? So any real gas at very low pressure and higher temperature would behave as very close to ideal situation, right? So if you remember, for ideal gas, we think that as a point mass, right? So we think that it does not have a volume. So that is why we use the volume of the container. For a real gas, let's say this is V, the volume of the container, and here this is also V, right? So for a real gas, it has a certain volume, right? For ideal gas, it does not have a certain volume. That is why it can go throughout the container. That is why for ideal gas volume, we use this V, the volume of the container, as the volume of the gas. But for a real gas, there is this volume of the real gas, V dash, right? So the volume of the container is this. So the volume that can occupy in the container for the real gas is V minus V dash. You see here, since for a real gas, there is a volume. For ideal gas, no volume, so it can go across all the containers, so volume is V. Now here the volume is little lower than that for a real gas, right? So this real gas situation comes at high pressure and low temperature. That's the idea. So let's go to the statement. At very high pressure, the volume of the real gas has higher than that of an ideal situation. So that is correct, right? Because since there is a volume here, so there is a volume for that. The volume is a little bit higher. At high pressure, real gases tend to behave as ideal gases. So this is the ideal situation. Not high pressure, low pressure. At very high pressures, the volume of the real gas is lower than, so I told you this is not the case, it will be higher. At low pressures, the real gas tend to behave as ideal gases. Yeah, that is the ideal situation. You need to have very low pressure. Okay, so A and D are correct. The answer is O.